And welcome to another edition of The Focus. Welcome back after a long week. You know, every time the week goes forward, a lot of things happen in the sports world. So we're here, of course, like every Tuesday, to talk about a lot of things that are going on, not just nationally, but of course in the area. We got to make sure that we cover all our bases. So with that being said, you know, I definitely want to welcome everybody to The Focus. I have Wilson here, of course, always. Hello, Wilson.
You gonna make me turn my mic on?
I am.
What's going on, everybody? We're happy to be here. Octavia, thank you for opening the show.
You're welcome.
Cardell's here too, so
of course, you kept talking.
My bad. I'm quiet again. Mic off.
Cardell is here as well as always.
They know who I am. What's up?
Okay, so before we get too deep into everything that we're going to be talking about today, we definitely have to talk about the fact of the passing of Big Jeff. It was reported, I believe, Friday, and, you know, it's a very, very sad situation, everything that's gone on. You know, he is a staple in the basketball community in the area, so, I mean, if you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock. So we definitely have to send our condolences out to his friends and family, of course, you know, because this is a big deal.
I mean, it's a sad deal because it was just so sudden.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't something like, you know, we can prepare for it. It just came out of nowhere and then word spread. But, you know, he was a staple in the community. You know, everybody know you come here, it's 4 leagues you want to play in during the summer. It's the Kenner, it's Goodman, you know, Watts, and the Fifth League, you know what I'm saying? He helped build that. So, you know, there's much respect to him. And also, he coached Wise football. You know, I heard he was the first JV coach there when the school opened. So,
oh, wow.
Even on that aspect, he made a lot of noise. So, you know, much respect to him. You know, condolences out to his family and friends.
Definitely want to extend the condolences as you guys already have. So from everybody here at The Focus, we definitely want to extend condolences to the family of Big Jeff. You would dearly be missed, both from a basketball capacity. And, you know, is basketball sometimes bigger than life as well. So, you know, life's bigger than basketball as well. So you definitely be missed. And we hope that, I think there's a petition going around to have the court at Watts changed to his name.
That would be dope.
So if you guys do a little research, please find that out. I know I saw it on Facebook a couple times. Or if you already follow the Pitts League, Pettis will point you in the right direction. So if you get a chance, please sign that petition. I think it would be a wonderful way to express your gratitude for him if you take the time and sign a petition in the hopes that happens. You know, that the city does the right thing and make that his court. We already know it was his court anyway.
Exactly.
You might as well just go ahead and, you know, formality.
Yep.
Put his name on it, stamp the name on it real
Yes,
quick. But from a show standpoint tonight, we got a lot to talk about. We got a full house. It's so packed in here. We got people waiting outside the studio to get in the studio. So
it's a line outside. We got a cut line, $20 to get in.
like it's only 2 seats a time. So we're gonna have fun. We told you guys on social media. We got a couple new segments. Cardell's gonna probably hurt Octavia and I's feelings later on in the show with this rapid fire thing. I'm sure all of you will get pure enjoyment out of it. As Octavia just said, I'm not looking forward to it. She's not looking forward to it. But we hope you guys are. Cardell, please don't hurt us too bad, man. What else is going on tonight, sir?
Hey, man, you know, got a couple guests in the house from the Severn school, Assistant Coach Vaughn Meyers, and their, you know, leading scorer, LJ Owens, who I feel one of the most underrated players in the area, and he's been proving that so far this season, including, you know, 25 points last night against Mount St. Joe's in their building. He should have gave me 40. We talk about that another day. But, I mean, yeah, then we're going to touch on GW, St. Mary's, a lot of basketball in the area that's going on, and, you know, we'll keep the ball rolling.
And as always, we're going to finish the show with our wonderful Petty Eddie segment.
So
can't wait. And speaking of one of the new segments that we do have, we got Rob calling in. We don't have the name of the segment yet, but Rob's one of the old guys here at My Mountain Sports, from My Mountain Sports. So we're going to bring him into the fold here at the Focus and get him in. So, you know, this is Rob's debut on the Focus. So what's going on, Mr. Riley?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey.
First of all, I don't appreciate being called the old guy. I just don't. I didn't like the way that sounded. We're not going to do that again.
Get him.
Okay.
Okay. I apologize.
Second of all, thank you for having me on. I do appreciate it. The new show, The Focus, is great. I've been able to watch the last couple of weeks, and you guys are doing an outstanding job. I said we keep it going, keep it moving. I normally have a couple minutes. I'm going to just get right into it. This is what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the Rob's Review. Real simple, okay? This week we're going to review the Ohio State-Michigan game, which was probably the most watched game this weekend and the most important game played this weekend, because what it did was it probably pushed Michigan out of the playoff race simply because they are now a 2-loss team. And them taking that loss against Iowa to begin with put them in a bad position in order to lose this game. Now, it was a great game. It was a great game all around. I know everybody enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't like the end of the game, the way the last call. I was one of the people that didn't like it, but that's how the game goes. You don't never want to put yourself in that particular situation. So what my biggest beef was in that game was in overtime. Running back for Ohio State is scrambling behind the line of scrimmage. You have to make that play if you're Michigan. You're one of the best defenses in the nation. You cannot let him scramble for that long and end up picking up 9 yards, because that's what puts you in the bad position. You put yourselves in that position by not making that particular play. And so now you're leaving up to the refs for a forward progress call, which you're probably not going to get playing at Ohio State against the number 2 team in the nation. Okay? So my biggest issue, make the tackle. You got to make plays is what you're out there for. You've been the best defense, I think the best defense in the nation all season long, and it came down to one play, and you didn't make that play. Because the field goal kicker, we already know he was already in his own head. Yes, he made the kick in order to get them into overtime, but he had missed 2 before that from 20 and from 37. So I'd rather have taken my chances with that as opposed to giving the ball back to J.T. Barrett and let him do what he does best. So now you're looking at Michigan. They might be sitting on the outside of the bubble, probably going to be the 5, maybe 6 seed, and not looking at a chance to play in that playoff. You know, now a lot of people are going to say this is why it needs to be an 18 playoff, but guess what? We don't have that right now. Right now what we have is a 14 playoff, and you didn't do what you need to do in order to get in. So that's my review for the week. It was a great game. I think the ratings were like 10.4, which was great for college football. We haven't seen that rivalry be what it was on Saturday in a long time, just because one team hasn't been there in a while. But, hey, Michigan is back. They proved that they're back. I think they can have a point to prove. Unfortunately, they're probably going to have to wait till next year in order to get that point across. So, again, thank you for having me on. I am doing daddy duties right now, picking up my son from wrestling. I'm going to tune in to the rest of the show. If you want to reach me to talk more about this Michigan-Ohio State game, just hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter. I'm sure Wilson has that ran across the bottom of the screen right now. Facebook's probably the best way to reach me. I'm always on that because of my kids, again. So, other than that, hit me up. Thank you for having me on, guys, and hopefully we can do it again next week.
Hey, look, thank you so much for calling in. We look forward to Rob's review each and every week. You can go ahead and tell Malachi and Micah that you did a good job, man. You know, just report back into it.
Appreciate it, man. I make sure they know. Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Show tonight. All right, Rob. All right, so that's the first of our new segments. Robert Riley, thank you so much for calling in. It's good to have him back in the fold. It's been like 5 years. I know I make fun of Octavia a lot for various reasons.
See, I told you it wasn't going to last long.
I'm just saying I do even more so to Rob.
Okay.
And it's good to have Rob back.
Okay. Yeah, so take some of the heat off of me.
This is you doing all of this. I'm not even going that deep into it. That being said, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching The Focus. See, I got the name right there.
I ain't even look at you either.
Hey, look, because I'm scared that it's going to happen. I don't want that side eye ever again. I wish Rodney switched the camera that day because I got such a vicious, like, you know when you did something wrong as a kid, your mom didn't even have to do anything, they had to touch you. She just gave you a look. I almost hung my head in shame. Like, I was like, can you come out the break? Can you welcome him back? it was
He's
really
overreacting,
that bad.
guys.
I'm really not. Y'all could go watch the replay right now on the live stream. You can find it. It's there. There's evidence. But you're listening to The Focus. We'll be right back. We're going to be talking with our guests tonight. It's going to be good times. And as always, join the conversation. Don't be shy. If you have a question, let us know. You want to talk to LJ, you want to talk to Coach, let us know. All you have to do is tweet us, hit us on IG. You can hit us on Facebook. And you can hit us at The Focus. You can hit us at Finest Magazine. You can hit us at My Mama Sports. There's like 19 different ways for you to get your message across. All you got to do is hit send. Do what Tony Dungy tells you not to do. Just hit send. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I'm dreaming and hoping, no waiting, grinding till I'm in conversation. Know that I'm destined for greatness, living a dream.
I'm dreaming and hoping, no waiting, grinding till I'm in conversation. Know that I'm destined for greatness, living a dream.
From the beginning, all I had was some ambition. Let my thoughts flow through the pen and paper with hopes that they listen. But this kitchen was never cave. Worked hard, felt slave to the industry. The enemy, my enemy became. Focused on making hits. I lost myself. The pressure started to hit. Nearly off myself. When you busy trying to fit in, you forget to stand out. They wanna be in the circles, you make the circle, they stand round. The exact difference between a starter and star. They just play the position, we reinventing the laws.
I'm dreaming and hoping, no waiting, grinding till I'm in conversation. Know that I'm destined for greatness, living a dream.
Got a lot to gain.
Put it on the table,
Not much to lose.
fight till I'm not able.
That's my anorexic ambition. Anorexic ambition.
I pray that God forgives me for all of my sinning. They tell me that my dreams are gonna leave me dead or locked up in prison. Well, if I die, remember me like Pac and Biggie. If I'm locked, remember me like Max. I'm really feeling like it's more to this rap shit. So my niggas, that is more than just this trap shit. But I ain't knocking the hustle, go and get it by any means. I used to be slinging, thinking I gotta get the green money fiend. But my dreams got closer, eyes got wider, cause the digits got bigger. With my niggas, I'ma divide it. So a nigga stop.
All right, welcome back to The Focus. I'm joined now with Severn Assistant Coach Vaughn Meyers and their leading scorer, LJ Owens. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, man. It's been an entertaining season, but, you know, it's not the start I'm sure you guys wanted. I mean, just talk about y'all start being, you know, but being competitive against two of the powers in your conference.
Well, coming into it, we know that we was going up against some, I guess, top-rated players. So we had good game plans. I think we came out and we competed. In the versus Mount St. Joe, we came out a little slow, but other than that, we competed. We played hard. But we, at the end of the day, we came up short. So we got to go back to the drawing board.
I think the first game against John Carroll, after we played them so well and played them to a 3-point game, we weren't going to sneak up on Mount St. Joe's. And they came out like a house of fire, scored 22 points in the first quarter, and, you know, kind of put us back on our heels. But then we responded well and tried to pick it back up.
With the way y'all impressed with Sean, let's just say that, do y'all think teams are looking at y'all different, like y'all going to be a marked team going, you know, on through the rest of the season?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Even, like, before the season started, a lot of people were saying, like, we should win that conference this year. So it's been, like, a lot of hype. And coaches just been doing us a good job of, like, telling us a good job of, like, just keep our heads straight and just keep playing hard, because you never know when you can be on or off, and when you off, you can get knocked off. So.
Yeah, I feel the same way. We set a record at Severn last year with 19 wins. You can do that when you have players like LJ. And so we're not going to sneak up on anyone this year.
And, Coach, the one thing I've noticed with this team from last year, the youngest have grown up, like A.J. Birch. You know, the new kid, the center, Lily. I like they're making a more balanced team where LJ don't have to carry the load so much. Like, talk about their improvement all season and how, you know, preseason and everything, how you've been working with those guys. And, you know, just talk about how you think, you know, they've improved so far and how much further they need to go for y'all to accomplish y'all goal winning the championship.
Quite honestly, I feel A.J. Birch is our second best player. Mentally tough kid. Going to do everything he can to win, competes every night. I just had to get on him after the first game about shooting the ball more, because sometimes he's trying to please everyone, and he should be a little more selfish.
Okay.
Jacob Lilly took off last year to concentrate on lacrosse, but he came back 2 inches taller and about 15 pounds heavier, so which is always a good thing when you're going up against big kids that we play against. So he's about 6'6" and about 210 now, so he's really helped us.
LJ. So you had a nice little battle with the future Turk, Darren Moselle. Talk about how that. I know y'all work out with each other during the summer. Was there any it seemed like it was a little extra. Was there any pregame talk going up to that? Or, you know, just talk about the overall matchup and how, you know, things worked out for you as far as knowing, now he's a high major commit that you kind of proving that you belong in that mix as well?
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say going back to last year, we had a nice little battle, and I had that one marked on the schedule for a minute, and after he committed and stuff, I knew it was gonna be a good matchup, and I know he's a good player, so I just came out with a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to prove that I could play with him, so I think I did that, and it was a good matchup.
Okay, and like I said earlier, I feel like you're one of the most underrated players in the area. Do you feel that way, and what do you feel would take for you to, kind of move up the ladder, so to speak?
Yeah, I definitely feel that way, and I know my time will come. I just gotta be patient, just keep working, just keep getting my name out there more and more, and I can see it now happening more. A lot of coaches and everything been hitting me up, so it's been good so far. I just gotta keep working, really.
Okay, and speaking of working, what are some of the things you feel you need to improve on, so you can be ready for that next level when that time comes?
Definitely, I think I need to get stronger. Just work on just being more of an overall leader. Mm-hmm. And I've been trying to work on that this season, but just leading my team, and just being the one who everybody can depend on, really.
Okay. And Coach Vaughn, obviously Severn is not you mentioned traditional powers in the area. Severn is not one that will pop in everybody's head first. But slowly but surely, y'all changing the direction. How difficult has it been, and what do you need to do to continue to, keep that going
on? Extremely difficult, and simply because, like you said, it's more of a lacrosse school. It's everything but basketball, mm-hmm. But we're trying to change that, that culture. It's not always a quick process. Right. Can take a couple years. LJ's first year, I think we won 5 or 6 games. But the good thing about having a really good freshman is because they become a really good sophomore, and then outstanding junior and a great senior. So this year and next year will be unbelievable, I believe.
Okay, and another question, Coach Vaughn. You've seen, obviously, your father, was a great coach, former assistant with Georgetown back during the Ewing era, GW. He's been around. He's seen some of the best ever come through, even going back as a youth to Elgin Baylor. With you seeing some of the young talent, now that you have LJ, how far do you think he can go just from your side of things? Because you coach Austin Freeman, Chris Wright, guys that became pros. How far do you think he can go?
As my dad always says, LJ has a pro jump shot. He gets off the floor about 3 feet on his jump shot, and the release is very high. The sky's the limit. He's not a kid that came in at 6'4" and 210 or 205. He's a kid that came in at 6'1" and about 140 pounds. He's put on weight since then. He's about 2.5 inches taller. So his ceiling is a lot higher than guys who are already physically developed.
Right. And LJ, what are some of the schools that are looking at you so far?
I've been talking to Towson, UMass Lowell, Loyola, Davidson, Vermont. Actually, I just talked to them before I came in here. So, yeah, UMBC, American, and a couple others. But yeah, that's most of them.
All right, and you got a reputation as a scorer. You put the ball in the hole. Who has been your toughest defensive assignment? Like who's guarded you the best?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably the hardest I had to work to score is probably last night. Really.
Yeah,
it was probably last night. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So, Coach Vaughn, obviously, like you said, the expectation is championship. What will it take for you not only to win the MIAA-B, to possibly even move Severn up to MIAA-A and compete in that league and try to be a contender in that league?
We just have to play together as a team every night, bring it every night. We talk a lot about the head coach, VJ Keith. He talks a lot about let's not think because people are predicting that we're going to win the B conference that we're going to just, win it. People are going to lay down for us. We have to actually go ahead and make that happen ourselves. I hope if we win it, we do move up.
Okay.
Because these kids deserve to have a challenge like that, especially in his senior year. And then, like you said, our young kids that have come along, they'll be even more ready next year.
Okay. And LJ, one thing I've always respected about you, you're not the typical kid to be like, you know what, I'm going to jump ship on the AAU or school circuit. I'm going to go play with the powerhouse. I'm going to make my name, and I'm going to create something of my own.
Yeah.
How did that come about, or was that just something that always been in you where I'm going to build my own thing and make people come to me, make people respect my game from afar?
Probably since since around middle school, I was playing with the same coach. And I had an opportunity to go to a lot of different high schools, but I don't know, I just tried something different. Came to Severn, and ever since then I just been just staying with whoever I played with, really just being loyal, and it's been working out real good. You get challenged a lot when you play some of the main and top teams, but that's fun to me because that's when it get competitive and you just gotta play hard. So that's really what it is.
Okay, and it's funny you mentioned loyalty, because that's kind of the dynamic with a lot of parents and kids coming up. They don't know if they should be loyal to the team they came up with or jump ship and play with a higher profile team where they feel they would get more exposure. It's a thin line to walk, but what's your take on kind of being the player in that mix? What's your whole take on that?
Just play with whoever you feel most comfortable with, where you think you can just be your best, and like you said, get the most exposure, but while still doing what you can do and not being limited to a couple things. So just where you can just really just do your thing at.
Okay. And Coach Vaughn, the work ethic from kids, from yesteryear compared to now, what's the difference? Explain the difference. And has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? I mean, what's your take on it?
With so many personal trainers and basketball personal trainers, you would think it would have gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're working hard. I don't know if they're working on the right things.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing. Find a trainer that, as we talked about recently, that their training translates to games.
Right.
Just because you have 30 cones down and dribble with 3 balls at one time, there's only 1 ball in the game. And most of the time, you don't have that ball in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at a lot of training and the videos that they have on Instagram, the guy has the ball, he's dribbling 10 to 15 times. You don't do that in the game.
Yeah.
Unless the other 4 are just going to be watching you.
Yeah, I understood. And LJ, improvement to your game that I've seen over the past few years is your defense. You taking on the challenge defensively.
Yeah.
Is that something you wanted to do? Is that something the coaches kind of we need you to do?
Yeah.
Because, I was always taught, even coming up myself, for you to be considered a great player, you got to play both ends effectively.
Yeah.
So, was that you or more so the coach pushing you to do that?
It was pretty much both. I made it a goal for me to start stepping up on defense. Cause on the offensive side, I knew I can do what I've been doing. But on defense, I really haven't been my name hasn't been out there as a good defensive player. So when I have a good challenge, I just step up to it. Last night, I was guarding Daryl, and he scored, but I think I did a good job of just playing. Yeah. So.
Last but not least, man. Obviously, like I said, y'all have championship goals. Outside of LJ, and Birch, you just said, who is the other key player that y'all would have to count on, that y'all kind of be the X factor for y'all to accomplish that goal?
You tell me your thoughts, and I'll tell them my thoughts.
All right. I think it's 2.
Okay.
Jake Lilly, like you said earlier,
right,
and Jermaine Hall.
Okay.
So Jake has he helped us a lot this year, and Jermaine hasn't really found his groove yet, but when he plays, he's a real good player. He helps with the boards and some scoring, so I think those are the 2 that can really help.
I think he also has a future in coaching, because those are the 2 I was going to say. Jermaine Hall and Jacob Lilly, we really need them, and really we need them on the floor more so than just needing them to score a whole lot. They got in foul trouble in our first game, not as much in the last game. So we just need to keep them out of foul trouble, keep them on the floor.
Okay. Y'all have any questions?
Man, look, I was going to tell you, I didn't want to interrupt. I thought it was a great interview. Had a couple, and every time I was about to raise my hand, the little kid in class, you already had the question. So I just want to thank you both for coming through tonight. We truly appreciate it. We hope this isn't the last time you guys come visit us. It was a great conversation. I tried to put some of it up on Instagram while you guys were talking. Like, I really didn't want to interrupt the interview. I really didn't, but definitely want to wish you both the best this year. You had me cracking up about the trainer thing. I'll continue that off air. Not gonna do that. I'm not gonna incriminate myself right now. Right. But I'm pretty much there. LJ, you almost got me to start cracking up when you mentioned the training thing.
Yeah.
Nah, I look forward to you guys this year. I'm gonna try to get out there with Cardell one time this season and see you guys in action. He was telling me about you, so I'm happy that you guys came in and talked with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh man, that's all him. Not gonna take any credit, but want to thank all of you who've watched that wonderful interview. We can't wait to share that. For those who were not watching, anybody who did miss it, go tell your friend they missed something special. It was a really, really good interview. Two great human beings in here, so thank you guys so much for coming in. We definitely appreciate it, and we're gonna move on with our show, man. I hate that we have to move on because it means every time we move on, we get closer to this whole rapid fire thing. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit of local basketball. This is what we're here for. As you can see, there's a whole lot of local flavor with this show. We do a little national headlines, but it's about this area. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right here. You're watching. It's weird saying that now. Look, you waiting for me to mess up.
No.
Waiting for me to mess up. Cardell, you see this? You watch her, right? Like, she's waiting for me to mess up. I said, we're going to get along today. I'm not messing with you. I feel like you broke the treaty. You broke the treaty.
I didn't even look.
Like, we had a nice truce. You were waiting like, oh, you're going to say Mono Sports again. That's what happened, man. Listen to the focus. You're watching the focus. Do the buddy system thing. Tell somebody else to tune in. We got a lot of show left, and especially for this rapid fire thing.
You can get it, we can hit it, flip it, spin it, we in it until we win it, yeah. And baby, I'm gonna love ya, kiss all over, touch and rub ya too. Baby, but baby, you be driving me so crazy. One day I'll call you my lady, maybe. But right now we ain't worried about that. Just wanna see you bounce it, bring you right back to me. The way you do me, it's insane. The pleasure before pain. How can I maintain? Just keep making you rain. I heard you were wild one and they sent me to come and tame ya. Girl, I won't stop and I'ma rock that till the neighbors come knocking. You're climbing on top of me. You're feeling, you're saying you need it. Baby, you can get it. You can get it. Baby, you can get it. You can get it. Baby, you can get it. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it.
Okay. Shawty bad, shawty fine, yeah, that's shawty mine. I like my shawty like my grape juice, that's very fine. Her favorite position is when I hit it from behind. Gave her that good brain, I swear she nearly lost her mind. Slow stroke, fast stroke, change the tempo. Make a back then, now that's the game I'll call limbo. I'm in deep, she grabbing sheets, sweat dripping all over me. Getting dirty, cold cleats, I like it sloppy, fuck that neat. Kissing on the neck, cause I know that turn her on. Stroke it good till I know that neighbors hit her moan. We start late at night, we don't finish till the morning. I'm in this heat like a dog and I'm ready to bone. Let's go.
Girl, I won't stop and I'ma rock that till the neighbors come knocking. You're climbing on top of me and you're feeding, you're saying you need it. Baby, you can get it. You can get it. Baby, you can get it. You can get it. Baby, you can get it. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it. Now, baby, come and let me make it juicy for you, lady. Come and let me make it juicy for you, baby. Come and let me make it juicy for you, lady. Come and let me make it juicy for you, baby. Come and let me make it juicy for you, lady. Come and let me make it juicy for you, baby. Come and let me make it juicy for you, lady. Come and let me make it juicy for you. Now break it down, down, down. Now break it down, 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 yeah. Now break it down, down, down. Now break it down, 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 yeah. I'ma lick your body up and down. Won't hold back, love, I want another round. Can't stop, won't stop till I hear that sound. G-spot was lost, but now it's found. Go your bag, girl, you're looking fine. Looking for a 10 and I found a dime. I'ma hit it real good, feel it in your spine. We can play tug of war and I'ma cross the line. Now let's chill for a sec. Girl, you're getting slippery, your body so wet. I'ma lean back, let me catch that neck. Then I flip your body over, beat it like a drum set. Yeah, she's stacking like a go-go. Now hop on stop, bouncing like a pogo. Going too fast, slow it down, girl, slow-mo. I'ma finish last, no need to showboat.
Welcome back to The Focus. We're so happy that you guys have stayed with us thus far. If you just tuned in, we definitely appreciate it. Lost for words right now. I wish we could share the fun that we have during breaks, but we can't. If we did, we'd probably get in trouble and you guys would stop watching and stop listening and think so much less of us. So we're going to keep break conversations to break time. Coming out of it, we told you guys we're going to talk about the local area teams, especially on the collegiate level. So Cardell has 2 teams for you. I have another. And then we're going to move on to Cardell's portion of the show.
Don't be scared, man.
I'm already shook.
I'm already
Hey, look, I'm already shook. So I put my disclaimer out there. But.
All right, like he said, we have a couple games that we covered. George Washington Mansfield to Penn State, 74-68. They were a little bit wounded. They're starting small forward. Utah Watanabe was out with a calf injury. It looked bad, and the reports coming out is saying he's out with 3 to 4 weeks. So that's a big blow for them, especially with such a young team. GW basically jumped out to a 32-23 lead, but Penn State pressed them. They are long and very athletic, and that was something GW couldn't overcome. They were led by a redshirt freshman son y'all need to keep an eye on named Mike Watkins. Real freakish athlete. He finished with 20 points and 8 rebounds. They have a freshman full who I actually saw in high school who I thought was a little bit underrated, and he's very talented. He might pop up in the league. His name is Lamar Stevens. He had 18 points. And then freshman guard who's very steady, like a lot of those Philly point guards, Tony Carr, finished with 12 points and 5 assists. GW was led by Tyler Kavanaugh with 15 points. And the junior point guard, Jaren Cena, added 13 points. Also, St. Mary's College is continuing their role. Y'all need to pay attention to them. Y'all know some people feel like Division III, whatever, but they're a powerhouse Division III. They could easily be D2 or maybe low major D1. They defeated Greensboro 91-84. They jumped on them real quick. They jumped on them 18-4 to start. They were led by Delazio Smith, who's actually the CAC, the Conference Player of the Week. He finished with a game high, 26 points, 7 rebounds. The point guard, Oche Bynum, added 14. St. Mary's improved to 4-1. And as I said, Smith is the conference player of the week after averaging 21.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists throughout the week. And, last night, checked out LJ and Severn School against Mount St. Joe's. They fell 72-63. As I said earlier during the interview, LJ finished with 25 points. And Mount St. Joe's senior guard and future Maryland Terrapin, Daryl Moselle, posted 21 points and in the back and forth affair.
All right, to finish off this little segment right here, the Maryland women's team was not at home. They have not been at home for the past couple of weeks. They were in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas shootout. They went 2-0 as expected out there. They're going to be facing their first big time opponent this season. They host UConn December 29th, but they're taking on Louisville in Kentucky tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in the KFC Yum Center. It should be a good matchup. But for Maryland, they should take care of business again. The good news for Maryland was that they had a close game against Washington State. Right. They've had a whole lot of blowouts. When you start seasons, you play sometimes lesser competition. It's about yourself, working on yourself, making sure your sets are crisp. The little things, and sometimes you don't realize how important they are till you get in the game, till you get hit in the mouth, so to speak. Brianna Jones led the way, no surprise there. 20-20 night for her. 20 points, 20 rebounds. She's one of the best bigs in the country. I'm gonna need everybody to put some respect on her name. They literally have, I don't know how to be drafted. They have 2 top 5 quality players at Maryland. One's a wing, one's a big. So I need you guys just to put some respect on Brianna Jones' name. She's real. 20-20 game, I don't care who you playing. A 20-20 game is a 20-20 game. Mm-hmm. Freshman Kyla Charles, 19 points, more importantly for the freshman. She scored 15 of them when they needed 15 points in the second half. So they had the most highly touted, the number 1 recruited class in the country, and most of those freshmen have been stepping up. It's good to see them step up in meaningful games, not just those early exhibitions, when they need them. Destiny Slocum finished with 11 points. As far as in the country, what they're doing, they're second in the country in scoring margin, plus 41. That's their average margin of victory. Again, it's early in the year. That should change. Field goal percentage, 52%. They're second in the nation in scoring, 95 a game. And the rebounding margin, which they led the country in the last 2 years, was a positive 20 thus far. Last year, it was higher than 20, which is kind of scary. But, again, tomorrow night, I don't think it's going to be nationally televised, but if you have the ACC streaming package, it'll be on there. And then they return home on Sunday to host UMBC before taking a nice little break. So, Cardell, man, look, the floor is yours, sir. Just going to get this over with.
I thought we were going to talk about my Broncos and the shit.
I mean, we can talk. Look, we can talk about that before we jump in it.
We can move on, man. We can move on, man.
Because, your Twitter feed that night was very interesting, sir.
Yeah.
Since you brought it up. Are you okay now? Are you good?
Nah, I'm pretty sure somebody going to call in. Because he commented and I had to get on. But anyway, all right, we here. Rapid fire segment. And this for y'all. Go ahead and y'all can jump in. We're going to start with you, Vaughn. Better
now.
Point guard prospect for the NBA, Markelle Fultz or Lonzo Ball?
Lonzo Ball.
I say Markelle Fultz.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Lonzo Ball, yeah.
Markelle.
You already know how I feel about Markelle. That's easy. All right. Will the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl?
No.
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 You said not can they, but will they?
He said will they.
Super Bowl? Yeah. Then stutter, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on. You say yeah? Woo! About to have a whole lot of Cowboys
we definitely
fans.
have to make sure that we record this show.
I mean, it's recorded. It's on wax. I'm saying it. Like, I don't like the team. I like the rookies. I have faith in it. They don't have a turnover machine at quarterback, so this is new for all of you guys. They win the ball control battle. It keeps the defense off the field. So, yes, I think they can. And there's a good chance if they can go in Seattle and get Seattle out the way.
Can and will are two different.
I'm answering the question. I'm literally answering the question. Right now, they're the best team in the NFC.
Will they win the championship?
I said yes. I got to stick with that answer.
Okay.
Got to stick with that answer.
And this is a dang bad night to ask this question. They start off 7-0, but I think they're getting smacked right now. Maryland's men's basketball, are they underrated? You saw what you, Wilson.
You said underrated?
Are they underrated? I'm just saying, are they? Go ahead. Give your
I plead the fifth, man. I'm going to keep it moving. But no, they're not underrated.
I won't say they're underrated. I think people think they are who they are, but I won't say underrated now.
Oh, yeah. No, don't answer. You trying to get a scholarship. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do think they're underrated.
All right, cool. Wilson, we gonna start. No, I'll tell you, we gonna start with you. Which young big would you rather take in the future in the NBA? Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, or Kristaps Porzingis?
I'm biased, so I'm gonna say KP, of course.
Okay, you can go around.
I'm biased.
We had a guest go.
Go ahead, LJ.
Porzingis.
Oh,
Towns.
okay.
Oh, wow. I'm a big Towns guy, but like at this moment, because I feel a certain type of way about the rebounding, I'm going with JoJo.
Joel Embiid, okay.
Yeah, I'm going with JoJo.
All right, LJ, we gonna start with you. Will John Wall be an all-star this season? Don't just think about the numbers. Think about all the guys hooping before you answer that. And their win-loss record right now.
Giving them the answer.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving them all the facts. You know, you might not.
I honestly don't think so. No.
All right, okay. Vaughn,
Yes.
Octavia.
No.
Nah, shitty yes, but no.
Shitty, yes, but no, yeah.
As Octavia said about the question,
Yeah.
no.
All right, Vaughn, we're gonna start with you. Was Charlie Strong doomed from the start at Texas?
Definitely.
I'm not gonna answer this because I don't.
Yes.
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 All right.
Yes, 1,000 times.
It'll take 10 years to fix it. Man, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
All right, Wilson, we're gonna start with you.
yes. Yes. What's up?
Will Notre Dame women's basketball team, will they win the national championship?
No, they won't.
They won't? Okay.
They won't.
I don't think so either.
Yes.
No.
Oh, wow. All right. Octavia, is Andre Ward the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world right now? Watch what you say. Watch what you say.
I plead the fifth.
Car gonna be on bricks. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I ain't see his last fight, but
He won. He does all.
yeah, I heard, but
He won.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Nah.
Oh, man.
It was a good win, though.
It was.
Congratulations. Bro.
All right. LJ, is Kyrie Irving the best one-on-one player in the NBA?
James Harden.
Ooh.
That answers that question.
Yeah, you not?
No, I'll go with James Harden too.
Okay.
Nah, KD's breathing.
Okay.
I'm going to just say no.
No, okay. And the last question, if you had to choose a center to start in the NBA All-Star game for the East, would it be Dwight Howard or Hassan Whiteside? Y'all can go ahead and answer.
I'm going to say Dwight Howard.
So the center in the East.
Yep, starting center.
I'm going with Big Whiteside, man. He deserves it.
Okay.
Whiteside.
Whiteside.
He also acts his size, so I'm going to go with Whiteside. Somebody over there getting posted and not jumping when Kevin come to the ring, so I'm going with Whiteside.
Okay.
Somebody
Ooh, we
watched
made it
Paul
through.
Millsap die last night.
I can breathe
They
in.
want to rotate over, you know?
Go ahead. Some more real quick.
I know you can.
I mean, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey,
We got a
look,
few more
we got
minutes.
time. Like,
All right.
as of right now, we're 42 minutes into this show.
Okay,
On the
let's
We
go.
have a
schedule,
lot of time.
we're literally actually per the schedule. We're 2 minutes into this segment.
All right,
So even though I hate telling you this, you got 8 minutes to just continue to torture us with questions, sir.
okay. Here's a tough one. I'm about to ask some tough ones.
Oh yeah.
Should the Redskins give Kirk Cousins a max deal?
Yes, sir.
He been playing good, so yeah.
No, not yet.
I'm waiting for that playoff win. I'm
Not yet.
look,
Maybe after that,
everything
not
he's done
yet.
is so wonderful. It's been great.
Because things can go bad so fast.
All I'm simply saying,
Yeah, the
Ain't no
Eagles is
pressure
going
right now.
downhill for your
Look,
Eagles.
It
man. You
is.
wouldn't
Trust
know.
me. You see how things change very
he
fast.
deserves it. Like, put it like this: if they paid him, I'm now at the place where if they paid him, I'm cool with it. But for me personally, nah, man, you got to go with me a couple playoff games. Like Flacco had to win a Super Bowl to get paid.
That's true.
Okay. Here go a tough one.
Uh-oh.
I don't like the fact that you're getting
JT3.
pleasure in this. Like,
JT3.
you're getting immense pleasure.
Hey, I'm just saying, JT3.
Yes.
Should he still be the head coach at Georgetown?
Oh, nah.
Good Lord, Octavia.
I thought
I don't think so.
You don't answer this either. You
Hey.
just go ahead.
Plead the fifth.
This is a very tough. I think so. Yes.
You think so? Give him more time.
Yeah. He needs another year.
Okay. This is another one for Mr. Andrews not here, the Wizards hater.
Oh, Inge.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
had the choice,
Yeah.
would you trade Brad Bill for DeMarcus Cousins?
You asking me?
I'm asking
Oh,
everybody.
1,000 times over and over again.
Okay.
Yes.
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 All right, there you go.
We got to ask him next time he come back.
That's
see
what he
say.
asked?
No, that's what the rumors are out there about.
Man, I should have been did it, but hey, let's go.
Okay. Another question that's also out there: would you let John Wall walk, or would you trade John Wall to the Kings for their draft picks and start over, or would you re-sign him to a max deal if you were Wizards GM?
You asking me?
Yes, I'm asking y'all.
He is the franchise, so yes, he kind of knows sort of needs to be here.
Okay, I'm just
There's
asking
no
who's out
draft
there.
pick
I'm
that's-
just putting you out there.
There's
All
no
right.
draft pick right now coming out of college that's going to be that guy.
Nope. Yeah, you
Right now.
got to
You're
keep
saying this
him.
might be the deepest draft in years?
I
And
agree.
look, and that's wonderful, but John's John, man. Like, I
I think with the first question you asked, those two can take John Wall's spot.
Okay.
Ball and Markel.
that's
Markel.
fair.
Oh.
That's very fair. So.
Okay.
So you're down for a Wizards rebuild?
Yes, definitely.
I just feel like something has to happen.
I'm not mad at you. I just
Something's
I-
got
it's
to
just
happen.
I mean, that's the decisions they've made.
Soon.
Like they wasted money on people. There's like, did you guys hear the thing about Ryan Anderson saying that he thought like he
Yeah, I
knew
saw that. He
he
thought
was
he was
coming here,
signed.
and somehow Jason Smith found his way to the roster.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about
Like
that.
Ryan Anderson said, he was just like Ryan Anderson
And-
went to sleep dreaming about picking pops with John
And
Wall.
he could help so much right now.
Yeah.
And never mind. Let's go on before we never get in that. Okay. Russell Westbrook on a tear, averaging triple double.
I'll go last.
Average.
Will he finish the season averaging triple double? First place since Big O to do it. Will he do it? Don't all speak at once. Y'all can talk.
Right.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, why not?
I don't think he'll finish averaging. I think he'll be close to it, but I don't think he'll be finishing it. That's a lot of a workload for him for the entire season.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think his number's gonna be up there, but I don't think he's gonna average a flat triple double.
Okay.
I love his motor. I hope he does.
Yeah, I hope he
gets
does.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just can't see it. Like your body can't take that much.
I think he can. I think he can. It's
I think
just
he
like-
can, but I think it's like a very small margin if he'll actually get there. Like he could do it. Like he could definitely flat out do it.
I mean, the fact that like how they even have them playing, like it almost has to happen every night. It feels like that's almost part of the game plan for him to put those numbers up. And again, I'm gonna sound like a hater. I'm not trying to knock what he's doing, but for me, it's nice that you're putting up those numbers. Them triple doubles don't always equate to wins, so I really don't care. It's not good for your team in the long run. Like at some point in time, like say you do make the playoffs, they're gonna force those other people to beat them, They're
And
not
they ain't
gonna
gonna know
be
what to
used
do.
Operating with the ball on a regular basis because your usage is like 300,000 right now. So I mean, like I think he can average a triple double, sure. Like I think right now he's technically averaging one, and I think it could continue. But for the betterment of the franchise going forward, I mean, all this is like, this is pretty much like window dressing until they rebuild that franchise around Russ.
Okay. Bigger disappointment: the Milwaukee Bucks or Minnesota Timberwolves?
Not say me.
Don't start with me. Let me think.
LJ coach, nobody, no,
I say Timberwolves.
coach.
I'm gonna say the Bucks. I mean, the Timberwolves didn't win a whole lot of games last year, but they won 20. So I'd say the Bucks.
I'm with coach. I've been hearing about not Minnesota, but I've been hearing about Jason Kidd and them for like 4 years straight. It still hasn't happened. So y'all got to just stop. Like it's like the boy who cried wolf right now. Every year, oh man, Giannis is wonderful. You know, Jay Kidd's gonna have to play point guard, and that's cool. He is wonderful. He's an exceptional talent. That team stinks, man. Like there's things that just don't fit. I love Bari. Bari playing really good this year, but what else is there? Like
Greek Freak.
no, I said Giannis.
Oh,
I said
thought you said
Giannis.
outside of him.
No, I'm saying Giannis and Bari. But like everybody kept saying, like this is supposed to be the team that's going to challenge Cleveland.
Who said that though?
There's a lot of people saying stupid things like that the last 4 years. Like Milwaukee's going to be a contender. Milwaukee's going to take that next step. Milwaukee's going to keep losing 30 games and have a top 10 pick.
All right. Next one. Who's your MVP for the NBA? LeBron, James Harden, and you got to throw Russell Westbrook in there for what he's doing so far. Who's your MVP so far?
Out of the three, I'm going with Russ.
Okay. Ooh,
I agree.
Russ. 2 for Russ.
I'm gonna go with LeBron.
My choice wasn't named.
Who's your
Okay.
choice?
My choice wasn't named.
Who's your
He's
choice?
shooting 57 from the floor, 44 from 3, 8 boards. The blocks are going up. The assists are going up. It's a career year, but I'm sure the popular choice right now is Russ or James, and that's cool. But I'll continue to wait, as I said before the season. The numbers just gonna keep going up, man. Hey.
Okay.
And somebody team when we lost 2 games out of all the people we named outside of LeBron. Everybody else been taking L's on a regular basis.
Mediocre, yeah.
I'm saying fantastic numbers, but
I just picked the 3 that were
L's every other night.
Okay.
Does that person have a name? That
I was like, you a name drop or not?
Oh no, I'm leave that alone.
Oh, okay.
People don't like that guy no more.
Okay. So we said the Cowboys are, make the Super Bowl, may make the Super Bowl. I said it. Out the NFC. Who y'all got making it out the AFC?
I don't want to answer this question and look
to
at
the Super Bowl?
Who gonna get to the Super Bowl out the AFC?
Oh
You know
man,
what
you
I'm
gonna
saying?
hit my answer, so I go last.
I already know what he's going to say.
I know who he's going to say too. Go ahead.
I was gonna say New England. I'm not gonna say
Same
Oakland.
difference.
Hey, hear me? I'm not gonna say Oakland.
Same
Not
difference
yet.
is
Hey,
Brady.
look, not yet.
Now with Gronk out, they not. Go ahead though. Go
You
ahead.
said Gronk out?
Yeah.
Jacked up.
Oh, I mean, he always out till like the playoffs or something. So,
Oh, that's what they doing.
I mean, that's what it's been like the past few years.
Yeah, you're right.
Like he been
Go ahead, get some
partying.
rest.
He gets like mid-season sabbaticals. We go, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen in New England? Then they make a deep run. But I mean, last year it didn't matter because Denver was about that life. So
Okay.
This is a
look at
very
me
tough
asking you. I got no answer
question.
for you. I said mine already. I'm good. I'm done.
I mean, right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go with Oakland.
We'll
To the
deal
Super
with
Bowl?
them. We'll deal with
Okay.
them.
Yeah, that's why I don't even want to look at Cardell right now. You see me didn't even look that way. I might be banned from the studio.
Who you got?
I agree with New England.
New England.
So we can remain friends. It's a team out of the AFC West.
That's how we going. It's all good. Hey man, that's how I go. Okay. I wanted to ask y'all this is kind of different. I want to get y'all view on it. Obviously, the Wizards need a lot of pieces, but what specifically would y'all like to see added to the team that y'all feel make the biggest difference on that roster?
Coach.
I'd like to see him get a post player, a 4 that can stretch the floor a little bit, but also score inside.
Okay.
LJ, you just agree? You would coach on this?
Yeah, I was gonna say like more of like a wing type score.
You don't believe in Bill being consistently good enough to score enough?
He been shaky so far, so.
Okay.
I was leaning more towards like a stretch 4 too. I mean, Bill, I feel like he could do it, but I just can't trust his health. You know, it's really, really tough, and it's no fault of his own. But it might be partially, but you know, you can't depend on him to be there every night and to play hard every night and not have an ailment of some sort. So I would definitely say a stretch 4 because they need somebody that's going to work well with Wall. Like they have to build.
Okay.
They need a 5. Like I'm cool with Keith as a 4. My biggest issue, and I've been saying
I
this
like
to you,
Keith too, though.
I can't stand bigs that can't protect the rim. And right now, you run
They
pick and
gonna
roll on
tear
the
nothing
Wizards,
up.
like
He's not
it's
athletic
just.
at all.
And I like Gortat. I do think he's a good player.
Yeah.
I know I bag on him a lot, but for what this team needs, he doesn't fit. Like he's not that need they need. And the other thing is, even with John, he doesn't give John enough space off the pick and roll to where like he's not that great of a rim runner. Like he's not a devastating rim runner. So like
Not
they're
quick
still
and
able to
agile.
clog. You know what I'm saying? And by the time he finally gets to the rim, you're able to defend both
You can
out of pick and
recover.
roll, which is kind of weird, seeing that John's like cat quick, and you're able to defend both because you have a plotting big. Like at one time, Quartet did rim run pretty well, but I mean, age just life. But he's not the same rim runner. And again, it goes back to that draft, man. I was screaming, take Andre, take Andre, take Andre, take Andre. And I like Bill. I like the wings that they have here. But right now, we're going to, like Coach said, he wants to rebuild, and I'm cool with that too. But looking at the pieces they have, I even like the baby wings that they have on the team.
And
My
I don't-
biggest, like McClellan,
Yeah, they
all
need
those
to play
guys.
more, but I don't think that's I don't blame Brooks. I think that's her because little rumors for years been like that. Like they play people on a contract before they play that. I'm just like, well, how many games you gonna lose before you play now?
And that's my biggest thing is you got these guys on the perimeter. And I want to give Bradley credit too. He's out there trying to play defense. He's out there getting around picks. But as soon as if you're a guard, you're able to come around the screen and go downhill every time. How do you play defense? Like they can't even ice a pick and roll because the big's that bad. They can't trap off a pick and roll because the big's late. You got bigs that come to the foul line. You come off the pick, foul line jumper. Here's a floater. Hey, Give him a hezzy, I got a layup and one. Like we saw Phoenix go. Phoenix has a garbage roster. Like garbage. And all they did was it was a parade. Like it was a parade it was a layup line.
I ain't gonna say they garbage.
Yeah.
They ain't games. They just
I'm
young.
sorry, but I'm just saying it's not like it's James Harden coming around that screen.
Yeah, but it's some pretty talented players. Devin Booker ain't
No, but Devin's not coming off a pick and roll like that.
You sure?
Not to dunk on you.
He hitting a jumper regardless. You
No,
gotta
I
defend.
mean Devin's gonna get his, but I'm saying like you can't contain Brandon Knight off a pick and roll.
coming off that thing, so I'm like,
But even so, man, like these ain't even like premier guards.
you ain't gotta be premier guard. You just gotta be good enough to get the job done.
Okay, but if you had a competent big, they not even doing that. And that's what I'm saying. Like that big is such a big hole. Like it's horrible. Like the NBA is all pick and roll, and you got bigs that can't play pick and roll.
Can't pick and roll.
Like teams out here running 90 side pick and rolls a night, and you just watching it happen over.
But it's just not the bigs either, because sometimes he play Porter and Oubre at the 4, and sometimes they get lost.
Yeah.
So it's not just a physical aspect. You gotta know what you're doing. Like Tony Parker, he's a master. Like he was effing the whole roster. He really won that game. Like they couldn't do nothing. So they gotta learn. You know, the young boys gotta grow up. So.
But I'm cool with the youth learning. But I'm like March he's not young anymore.
But if you physically can't do it no more.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you should have got rid of him. He should have never made it this far.
Well, get rid of him for who?
You said what?
Get rid of him for who?
I mean, that's something you need to figure out
That's
when you
my
give
point.
people them long contracts. Though.
Yeah, but everybody say get rid of people, but when you get rid of them, what are you getting in return? And is it gonna be worse than what you already have?
I mean, I don't know. Like if they traded March, like coming off that contract year, they probably could have got a decent big.
Like who? And how many
At
decent
that time?
bigs? But how many decent bigs were in the league at that time?
I mean,
now we just starting to get
okay.
a
No, but I'm
influx.
just saying, like even like real life, I would be okay with John Henson beating the 5.
Hell
No.
no.
Look. I'm talking about strictly just off the fact that you contain the pick and roll.
But he can't do nothing else. Hell no, man. Martin go there, average double. What is Henson doing? Exactly. Exactly. So he gonna average
that's a
2-3
bad
blocks. He gonna
look.
average
John
2-3
Henson's a
blocks.
bad example, but I'm just saying, like that's how I feel about dude. Like I can't stand bigs that can't guard the pick and roll. Like I can't stand
But
it.
you gotta be able to do something else. Then you be like, I can't stand for bigs that can't score or rebound the ball.
But I'm cool if you rebound and rim run. I'm cool with you. Like I'm literally okay. Like I literally have no issue with you in life.
That's a double. So I mean, you can't. And he was third in the league in rebounding. Henson ain't been nothing. And he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years.
So I'm saying you can't think of nobody else that could play the 5 for them.
That they can get. No,
I mean
I'm
now
not
they
saying
probably
that.
can't get nothing for them.
That's what I'm saying. But back then, there wasn't really too many talented bigs, and if they were, they damn sure wasn't gonna trade it for Gauthier. Like think about it, it was LaMarcus. How many? You said a couple. Like name them.
I'm
They're
trying to
not
think who's
trading
available. I
Cousins.
can't think who was available then.
But I'm just saying, how many quality bigs were worth even trading for? You're not gonna get a franchise or a all-star big. You're not gonna get that.
I mean, some other teams don't have all-star bigs and they get the job done.
Like who?
Like
The fact you can't even name it off the top of your head.
I'm trying to think. Like I just can't think anybody else is that horrible to pick and roll like it bothers me. Like I'm so sorry. Like I do think
It's a lot of bigs.
but I understand what you're saying. Like he is averaging a double. It's not like
So
he's
it's
not
value.
doing anything.
It's not like he's invaluable.
No, I get that there's value, but like that value on that end of the floor, like it just means nothing to me. Like I do agree that like he's not horrible. He's a good player, but here for what they need. That pick and roll stuff is just it's horrible.
I
Every
understand
night.
that, but it's a lot of quality
horrible.
bigs on bad teams right now, and they can trap the pick and roll, but they're still losing. So something's wrong. So like John Henson, and people forget rebounding is a part of defense. That's how you end it, and he's averaging 12. So you can't knock that. He's making up for his lapses. He's doing something. Now I can't say that for a lot of these other players. So you got to take what you can get. Like I'm not.
You know what?
Can't just throw them away for nothing.
I'll give you a list next week of 5.
Okay.
I got you. Give me a list because I can't think right now.
If you can give me something compared, then I'll be like telling them.
No, I'm dead serious because I
Wilson
can't
is
think right
gonna
now.
make
I'll give you a
a
list of 5 next week.
All right, go ahead.
Start next week. I'm dead serious. And y'all can hold me to it. It's 5, not 10, right? Just 5.
However you mean.
And do they have to like? Is it just
Whoever you
5
feel
or does
you
it have to be
trading
5
for.
that they can?
It's
that
only
you can
whoever
trade
you
for?
feel
I bet.
you
I got
it's
you.
on you.
I got you. Next week, I got you.
On this one, we want to hear what do you think the Wizards need?
I always said they needed a young big, and like I said, I think they've been handicapped the past couple years going after KD, which I really felt wasn't realistic, because they really put the franchise on hold and make sure they had enough money for him, if in case he came and he didn't come. So now you let a lot of players that you could have possibly had, you didn't go after them, and you let a lot of key players you did have when you was making it to the playoffs the past couple years, you let them go. So it hurts them in return. And the fact they didn't even have a draft pick in June. So that really hurts. I'm not even sure they have a draft pick coming up this year. So they might, I don't know. I got to check, but they got to get deep. They young. Wall is about to be in his prime. Bill's like 3 years younger. They got to draft well. They got to get some bigs, some forwards that can come in and help right away, and not really take chances on projects, guys. Maybe down the road they need some people to come in real quick, because the thing is, Wall's contract is ending soon, in the next 1 or 2 years, and I don't want him to be like Kevin Garnett, so loyal that he wake up, he like 14 years in, and then the owner just got come to you, look, man, we ain't close to winning, so I'm gonna let you go. I don't want that type of situation. Then he finally goes somewhere and win the ring because he got the that's terrible. You just wasted an all-star guard, and he's basically gonna be the. I mean, obviously West Sunset don't win, but statistically he probably gonna be the best player to ever come in this franchise. So you have to look at that, build around him, and give him a chance to win. Because I feel like, a lot of people get on Bill, but I know in the playoffs he's averaging 23, 4, and 5. That boy shows up in the playoffs, him and Wall. So I like, if you give him a shot with a decent roster, they might be able to rumble. You know what I'm saying? Especially with LeBron, let's call it what it is. He's still the best player in the game, but he's every year, all the time is ticking. You know what I'm saying? I think Wall he damn sure can bang with Kyrie. I'm not worried. They cancel each other out. And I'm pretty sure Bill can outplay J.R. Smith and them boys. So if you give them some quality bigs, anything can happen. So that's what I'm looking at. But like I said, the KD situation, not really being able to bring players or re-sign the right players, like Trevor Booker, you should have kept him. Even Seraphin was good for him, before he said, you know what I'm saying? So key people that you just let go.
Put him on your list? Right. You gonna put him on your list?
He wasn't bad here.
No, he wasn't, but the coach Whitman was real rough on Seraphin.
No, he was. I'm just saying, for all the things we talking about, people, they had two bigs here, that were
that could fill that need, what you talking about.
And that's what bothers me deep. You had Trevor Booker.
Right.
Trevor Booker was wonderful.
Yeah. With
this point guard that you have. He's exactly what you need. He's mobile. And even to make up for his size, he's a dog on the glass. You had Seraphin for everything that he was. He wasn't getting lost.
And he could score. He could shoot the
and he hit the glass
he's a role player. He played his role. So that's what I'm saying. So, they got their work cut out. Luckily for them, they got some pieces to build around, because it could be worse. You could be it's just a roster, you know what I'm saying? So
just people there.
Yeah, just people playing.
Ain't no
kind of like, no disrespect, the Sixers before Okafor and B got there. It's just a roster.
Right. You should have saw my Knicks last year.
Knicks for the last decade.
Hey, see? Example number 2.
But I want to thank everybody. We get into the end. So do anybody have anything to add before Eddie comes in and cleans up?
Nah. I'm waiting for Eddie.
You waiting to get this over with too?
Cardell, man.
You want to know what? I don't know if Minnesota would do it. I'd take Gorgie Deng.
Yeah, he'd be a good pickup. I don't know about trading for Gotep.
I don't know. The only reason I would even consider is just because they got Cat right now. I would try to, that's something I would try to do at least.
Not right now, but yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a fair.
I think Gorgie would
he
be
would
wonderful.
definitely help.
So, like I said, so that's when I got 4 more to find.
Trade Jason Smith.
Y'all think I'm playing? I'm going to find,
No,
just,
I know you're serious.
I have nothing against March. It's just, for the fit, I hate watching teams waste really good players' times. And at this time, you happen to be, a lot of people are wasting John's time right now. And it bothers me deeply. We watch so many good players just waste away. You somebody Kevin Garnett thing, and everybody sitting there mad at Kevin for leaving. What, you want him to stay 20 years and keep taking L's?
He couldn't even leave. He was forced out. That's the thing. People gotta know. The owner said, we not winning here. We not gonna pay you all this amount of money to finish it like what they did with Kobe. We not gonna do that. So you free to go.
No retirement package, man. But we want to thank everybody for tuning into this part of the Focus. We got Eddie on the line, man. He's ready to be his extremely, extremely petty self. So with that, we will talk to you guys next week, and we'll tell Eddie the floor is his. Eddie, good evening. The floor is yours. We will talk to you next week,
John Henson at the 5, though. John Henson at the 5. Are we serious right now? Come on, man. I was going to start off with something non-basketball, but John Henson at the 5? Man. Anyway, on to more petty things. Jim Harbaugh, quit whining. You lost the game. Ever think of it was your fault or your team's fault? Because it was. As Rob pointed out at the top of the show, make the play. Don't let Samuel run for 9 yards. You had him tackled. You had him beat. And I'm an Ohio State fan, so I loved it. So you can cry all you want. I don't care at all. You can keep crying because after the Super Bowl when you lost to your brother, you cried as well about the officiating. Shut up. Your team put themselves in that position. Couldn't take advantage of 2 missed field goals early. Couldn't not turn the ball over. You turned the ball over at the Ohio State 1. Come on, man. Blame yourself. Blame your team. Don't blame the refs. And on top of that, $10,000 he gets fined for criticizing the officials. $10,000. He makes the most money of all the college coaches. Come on, man. Get real. You just quit crying. Your team should have done more to win, and now that is probably going to cost you a playoff spot unless one of the teams in front of you messes up, which Ohio State can't. So they're probably solidified in the 2. And you know Alabama ain't doing nothing to get out of the 1 spot. Jeff Fisher, man, we talk about you a lot. You should not be the coach for 1. Hey, we don't want you around, but then backtracking is ridiculous to me. You backtrack and say, oh, yeah, we do want you around. We don't want to do anything that wouldn't make you come around. Well, oh, now, shut up. You told me you didn't want to come. How are you going to tell that to Eric Dickerson? Man, get out of here. And then I see that the COO is hinting at Fisher's job is safe. How is it safe? What has he done that has been safe for a job? If I go to my job every day and I underperform, eventually I'm going to get fired and I have to find a new job. That's not Jeff Fisher. How it's not Jeff Fisher, I don't know. And then Seattle Seahawks. Everyone thought you were back. I understand you have an offensive line issue. But 5 points? Man, come on. That is ridiculous. A Russell Wilson-led offense gives you 5 points, and you only got 3 of them because the defense got 2? Man, come on. But shout out to Jameis Winston and the Bucs. They are surging their game out of the Atlanta Falcons in the NFC South. So shout out to them. But come on, Seattle, you got to step it up. I understand you had to travel almost 3,000 miles cross country. I don't care about that. You're a professional football team. You should be able to get the situation done. Bears wide receivers, learn to catch the football. It's not hard. That's what you're paid to do. Please just catch the football. And sorry, Cardell, the Denver defense allowed Alex Smith to do that to them. Okay. And Denver's defense is still probably one of the best, if not the best in football. But you let Alex Smith drive down the field. And again, sorry, Cardell, but that was a touchdown. He didn't have possession until in the end zone. I know you'll dispute me to the death view, but that's fine. That was a touchdown. But I do applaud Gary Kubiak going for the win. Should have went for it. Don't go for a tie. Go for the win. And that altitude, that's makeable. Obviously, he missed it. Whatever. Tom Herman, field at home at Texas. That is a slap to his program right now at Houston State. Like, you have a bowl game coming up, and yet you're feeling at home being a Longhorn. Congratulations. I don't like how coaches can just go whenever they please. Players get punished for that. That's not right. Miss me with all of that. Brad Beal for Cousins you guys are talking about? Do that yesterday, Wizards. Do that yesterday. Russ will average a triple-double for the year. And thank you all for listening, watching, whatever you did to get the information we provided tonight. Shout out to Coach Meyers and Mr. LJ Owens. Great interview. I enjoyed that. I wish I lived in the area more, so I can see you guys. But good luck the rest of the season. And you can follow us on a myriad of different social medias. Follow My Modern Sports on Twitter at My Modern Sports. The same thing on Instagram. You can follow Finance Magazine on Twitter at Finance Magazine, and on Instagram at Finance_Magazine. Follow this segment, Petty_Eddie15 on Twitter. Follow my other Twitter account, King Edward15. I would tweet out, or tell you Octavia's, but she doesn't ever tweet. She doesn't ever write either, so it goes hand in hand. Thank you again for listening, and thank you again for the guests. And shout out to Rob for his debut of Rob's Review. Excellent. Can't wait for that next week. So tune in the same time, same place next week.